I'm gonna give you the 5 things you need to do if you wanna get jacked to attract girls. Before applying these, I was struggling staying skinny with just a little bit of abs for years, but after applying these steps, my physique blew up in just a few months' time. When quarantine hit, I was still skinny, but during this phase of my life, I bulked for the first time ever and actually ate a lot of protein. And as a result, in just 2 months' time, all my friends saw me have this huge visible transformation, and they were all looking up to me now for advice on how to get big in the gym. And also, a lot of girls responded so much differently to me when we would go cliff jumping, things like that. They were more drawn to me. They didn't just see me as a skinny kid, but more of a mature, developed guy. So this was huge, and the number one key change that I made that allowed me to make this progress in a few months versus the years I've been training before was diet. And diet is the number one thing you need to have dialed in if you want to see results quicker than you could ever imagine. And for me, I was skinny, so I needed to bulk, meaning I needed to consume more calories than I was burning every single day. But if you're overweight, you need to cut, and you need to consume less calories than you burn every single day. And it is that simple. As long as you have your protein dialed in at about 1 gram per pound of body weight, and you stick to whichever side that you're on, it's either you're fat or you're skinny, and you just either gotta bulk or you gotta cut and keep your protein there, you will get an attractive physique. It's that simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. And once your diet is on point, there's something else that's absolutely essential to building muscle. See, for 6 months in my senior year before quarantine, I was going to the gym, hitting the same exact weight on barbell incline bench, doing about 95 pounds for 6 to 8 reps. It's very lightweight, but that's all I did. I didn't push for more. I would just go in, do the exact same thing every workout. And during quarantine, for the first time ever, I would push for a new PR every single workout. I would try and get more reps. I would try and get more weight. I was always pushing myself as much as I could. I would get as hyped up as I could before every set and make sure that I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to progress. And this is the key to actually growing your muscles, is progressive overload. If you just do the same weight, your muscles don't have any reason to adapt and grow stronger. And this is why progressive overload is absolutely essential. And it's one of the number one requirements, along with diet, that's gonna actually allow you to grow in the gym. Without progressive overload, this could be why you're making no progress. And I've seen this happen to so many guys. Some of my friends even have fallen guilty to this, where they just go to the gym, they just show up, they hit a little bit of weight, and that's why they look like a bag of milk. So if you want to actually make the gains, you got to be pushing yourself really, really hard. And boys, if you want my exact workout plan that's allowed me to get jacked and have this physique, I'm gonna be giving that for free. It's the first link in the description below. You can go ahead and grab that now. And this next aspect is the cheat code to building muscle. So at 19, I realized that I had low test. I was super anxious from a relationship. I was eating junk food all day, being a degenerate, consuming instant gratification activities, doing nothing difficult, and my testosterone was low. And at this point, I decided to boost my testosterone. So I started doing anything that I knew of at the time. I got on NoFap, I ate a proper diet, I started bulking, eating the right foods and a ton of calories to sustain growth and actually fuel my body. I did a lot of different little things that allowed me to really start getting my testosterone to a level that was super, super healthy, and actually allowing me to put on muscle at an insanely quick rate, recover faster than ever. And the changes weren't just physical, they were also mental, and it changed the way I thought and behaved, all for the better. So boys, boosting your testosterone is the cheat code. It is priming your body to become anabolic, to actually be able to grow muscle. And it's also gonna do wonders for your mental health, making you more masculine, and doing all the things that you really want so that you can attract girls. But how often do you actually need to train to see progress? See, I've experimented with as low as 2 full body workouts per week, specifically every 4th day. And I've actually made more progress doing that than I have at times when I was training every single day. And now I'm working with about 3 to 4 full body workouts per week. I kind of just like this one better. It's a slightly different variation, with focusing on specific muscle groups like chest and arms on one day, but still hitting full body. So that is what I'm working with now, but you really don't need to be in the gym that often. If you just want to have an attractive aesthetic physique, it doesn't take that much. The 2 time per week workout, if you're busy and you're just gonna go in there and actually push hard and follow all the advice in this video, is more than enough. But if you're someone who likes to be in the gym like I do, then you can show up every day. I also go for cardio on off days and stretching. So it really depends on what you want and your goals and what your life allows for, but it doesn't take that much. As long as you follow the key ingredients of diet, progressive overload, if you have high testosterone, 2 workouts is more than enough, but you can do as many as you'd like. It really just comes down to your personal preferences. And now, if you have everything dialed in, but you're missing this one last aspect, it could ruin all the gains that you could be making. So you need to be sleeping 8 hours. It is so essential that on a consistent basis, you are getting enough sleep. Sleep is the most important factor, and this is recovery 101. You need to be sleeping. I mean, if you don't sleep, you are jeopardizing your gains so much. I heard in a podcast once that they said that sleep is the best natural steroid. It's not an actual steroid, but they were just comparing it to being as powerful as steroids. Recovery is one of the most important aspects. If you are not recovering before your next gym sessions and you're just going in there and breaking down your muscles, doing tons and tons of volume, you're not gonna see any growth. Your muscles need to have time to adapt and grow stronger, and sleep is one of the biggest factors that's going to allow you to actually make these adaptations and grow stronger before your next workout, along with the diet, along with the testosterone. It's one of those key ingredients that you just need. So if you get everything dialed in that we've talked about, you will have an attractive physique. It is that simple. It is plug and play. You can be a complete dummy, but if you follow these steps, you will be jacked in a relatively short period of time, depending on what your starting point is. And boys, if you want my workout plan, once again, that is going to be the first link in the description below, completely free. You can grab that now.